Hello everyone, this is Prashant again. In last video, we have started learning XUI test automation. We learn about what is XUI test framework, what are pros and cons of that framework, how you can create a sample application for sample iOS application, and you can write test cases, right? So we have seen that in the last video. So in this video, we are going to explore more on the XUI test framework, what are the APIs, how you can write those scripts. Okay, so let's start. So what are the UI testing APIs? So there are three APIs: XUI application, XUI element, and XUI element query, right? So in this video, we are going to learn about the XUI application. So what is XUI application? So it creates a proxy for your testing application. So whatever application you are going to test or whatever target you have set, okay, target application you have set, it will create a proxy for that application. You can use this class to launch, monitor, or terminate the app in a UI test. Okay, so you need to there are methods are available in that class using which you can manipulate the app state, or you can launch or terminate the apps. So I'll show to them to you. Okay, so the most frequently used is app launch. Okay, so it will launch your application, and on once that is launched, okay, so you know that no once it is launched, you are able to handle the events, means you are able to find the elements, maybe buttons, text, whatever elements are there on the screen. So whatever automation scripts you want to write using, or whatever the functional flows you want to write using the locators and the events, that can be done once the application is launched. So you can say this is the entry point for your app, for your automation. Okay, uh, we'll see what are the different methods you can use. So I say that app.launch is a very common. Okay, so let's see in that code. So this code we have created last time, right? So you see there is XUI application, and we are launching the app using this launch method. Okay, so what are the other methods? We'll explore activate. Okay, so app launch, what is the difference between these two methods? Okay, so app launch, what it will do, it will always create a new instance for you. Okay, so if there is any existing instance of the application, if application is running already, right, then also it will terminate that app and will create a fresh instance for you. When you say app activate, okay, so what it will do, it will, if your app is already no it's in the background or it's already launched, then it will just activate that app. Okay, uh, but if your app is not launched, okay, it's not available, then it will again launch the application and activate the app. So we'll better see by running the code. Okay, so first I will run the app launch, as we already seen this. uh, let me run this. Okay, then we'll okay, find a difference. So see, here it has created a new instance for your application. Okay, now what I will do, okay, so in my phone the application in anyhow I have in the state where it is already opened or it is in the background. Now we'll see what app launch is doing here. Okay, so I'll again running this test case. So the app launch will be see, the application is already opened, but when the test case is running app.launch, the fresh instance of the app is launched. Okay, is created and your application is launched again. Now we'll see this in a activator. Okay, okay, now on I am just putting app.activate, and here there is no app. Okay, app is not open yet. So, and if I am running this test, you see it has created a new instance and it is running the test cases, right? Because app was app screen was not there. Okay, if there is already an app, okay, and if I am running this code, now you see the difference. it has not created a fresh instance of the app, right? It is working on the already existing instance of the application. Okay, but if you don't have instance of the application, then activate will also launch your create a fresh instance and then activate. Okay, so I hope you get what is the difference between app launch and app activate. Okay, now there is one another thing which I want to share regarding the application launch. So you can launch it by, so see in here in XUI application I have not passed any bundle ID. So what it will do, this is my project, right? So in my project I have the target, right? Prashant UI test, and here the target application is whatever we are developing, that is my target application. That's why it is launching the same application. If I say none, then I should get an error because I have not mentioned which application I want to launch. Okay, so if I run this code now, it should fail on the launch itself. Okay, because there is no target application. Okay, so why I'm showing you this, so you can get idea without passing any bundle identifier how that is happening. So it is running on this application. Okay, here I have mentioned the target. Okay, now what I will do, if you want to pass a bundle identifier, okay, this unique ID for the your app, so you can pass it. Okay, so for example, if I go here, it is my bundle identifier. Okay, so in my target, if I go in here, my bundle identifier is this. So what I'll do, I'll just go here and paste this. So now if you want to launch a specific application, right, then what you can do, you can give the ID or bundle identifier of that application and you can launch. So here only one application is there, so I'm just launching that application. I'm just, so you see. Okay, so I can launch the application by giving the bundle identifier. So same application is launched, and if I'm not providing bundle identifier, then also it will launch the same application because I have set the same application in the target. Now how this will help you, so say for example you want to know simultaneously or parallelly you want to you want to interact with second application in the sense, I'll take one example, like there is you are doing some flows in your application. Say for example OTP, it is sending OTP and you are getting something in the SMS, then you need to open a SMS application, right? You need to switch between the application. That time this will help you. So say for example this is the SMS message one, right? Yep. So let's find the bundle identifier for this message app. If you are, so what I'll do, I'll just try to find it here as is. Okay, so this is the bundle identifier for message app. So I am finding it from Google. If you know it, then it's good. Else no, whenever for our application, created application, we can easily get it from here. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll take one more app, F1, I say as a F1, and application, I'll put a bundle identifier. Okay, so this is my bundle identifier for the second application. Okay, and if I say app1 now launch. Okay, and see here what is the code. I'm launching my this testing application, then after that is launched, I'm launching the another application. Okay, that is the SMS one. Then this will be on the screen, so this code will break. Okay, so to make it work, I need to again activate this app. Okay, so this is the use of activate also, right? So let's see how the code is running. I will see. Okay, so let me run this test case. Now see, first this application is launched. Okay, now second the SMS one is launched. Now again I have activated these ones, so my test case is executed, right? So this is the used no when you want to switch between the application. These days I have launched, but if you want to do something on the SMS application, then also you can do it. Let's record maybe few things. I think once this is launched. Okay, there you go. I'm recording something from the SMS, so now you will get an idea that how you can switch between the application and you can run a code. Yes, so here I'm just seeing this. Okay, and I'm okay, and I'm clicking back. Okay, okay. Now let's format the code. So I don't need this. This is my app 1 on which I am doing something. Then this is app 1 because these functions I am doing on the message app. This flow I am doing on that, and then I need to activate the app. This is the our own testing app. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see now what. You see, like something I have done on the message app, and again I return back to the my first application. Okay, so these are you can pass your bundle identifier and you can create an instance of that particular app and you can use the app launch. Okay, so this is the one, and then you have the app dot terminate, which is no you are mostly using in the tear down class. So if I say I'm not activating the app here, I'm just saying terminate, then my test case will break from here because I'm terminating the instance of the application. Okay, so this will fail because I have terminated. So these app terminate, just I'm showing that there is a app terminate which you can use in the your tear down method, that your test case once is executed you can terminate your flow. So yeah, so these are the most common things like app launch, then you can launch with the bundle identifier, you can terminate your application, and there are few more things like launch arguments, launch environments if you want to give. So by that way also you can provide your arguments and you can launch the application in whichever state you want. Okay, there is one more thing, I think app state, that is giving you the state of the application if it's running or not. Okay, so these are all about the XUI application. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.